Hello, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Lady Snow, owner of Lady Snow Meditation. Today's topic is covering how to remain safe while traveling. This can be state to state or different country. It all depends on you. The first thing is to make sure you do plenty of research. A lot of the time, we definitely if you're going abroad, but even locally, not locally, even state to state, or however they call it in the different countries, if you're in a different country too. Because sometimes those terrorist attacks, or depending on if you're going to a different country, sometimes certain countries will not be safe for like Americans. I say Americans because I'm American, or it can be unsafe for a different category of people. Sometimes people target specific types of people, such as Americans, for like sex slavery and like slavery and like um even mortal and stuff like that. So you need to make sure it's safe for the type of work you for the country you live in. It's not fair, but it is the truth. So make sure there's no terrorist activity, make sure it's safe, and definitely right now make sure there's no COVID, that it's unsafe COVID related. Sorry about that. The next step is to work on blending in. This means don't make it obvious that you're from, um, don't make it obvious that you're not from though. And this, like I said with the other one, this can attain to being in the same country as well, just state to state, or it can attain to going to a different country as well. But sometimes people purposely look for people that are not from there to victimize them um in certain ways. It can be easier to victimize somebody that's not familiar with the area. So make sure you don't. It's cool to entertain the idea and get to know new places, but just make it obvious. Um, don't make it so obvious that you're not from there. Just be casual and it like if you have a dual citizenship, which means that you are a citizen of two different countries, which is something that I'm going to apply for soon because I qualify for it. Only certain people qualify for it. But if you're in a certain country that maybe is not fond of your other country, like America, using the other passport instead will help you kind of just blend in, and people won't know, and that would be good to know. And make copies of important documents because sometimes they get lost or even stolen. So make copies of your passport and um all the all the documents that are very important, make digital copies, and just so all IDs, anything like that. And attached to that, if you ever um lose your information, whether abroad, you have to go to your country's um the American consulate, and work it out with them, and they can help you. Keep your friends and family updated to your whereabouts, and this means very frequently, like check in every night or day, because anything can happen at any time, definitely when you're traveling. So if anything bad happens, they people need to know exactly when you went missing, and it or when something happened. Therefore, you can be located faster. And sometimes people don't find you, but you got a better chance of being found if people know your whereabouts and people know exactly where you went or who you saw. Or that's good for not traveling too. It's good to tell somebody where you're going at all times, and therefore they know. um be sure you protect your hotel room. This means don't let people in. Sometimes people will pretend to work for the hotel to go in your hotel. You can quickly call the front desk and ask to make sure the person belongs there. Make sure your room is locked and make sure you bolt the door and everything. Um, yeah, and if you don't know somebody specifically, like I said with the hotel, definitely when you're traveling and don't know people specifically, do not invite strangers into your hotel room because you never know who people are. It's just like when you're at home, you don't just meet somebody and invite them in your home. You need to make sure you're safe and make sure it's locked up tight as well. And when you leave the door, you want to put do not disturb. Therefore people don't know that you're gone, and that makes it easier to not get robbed or to not, because in some areas, even in the States, like New York or like those big city types, or in a different country, people wait until you're not there and then they look for places that are not, that look like nobody's there, and then they rob them or whatever. So yeah, be sure to put a do not disturb right on it for your safer um safe when you use it. And then I also wanted to mention, be aware of um Wi-Fi, public Wi-Fi, in using of personal information, because sometimes people would take advantage of that. Um and hack your information. So try and be sure to make sure whatever you're using is um is safe in private. Probably the hotel room is more private. I don't know for sure actually, but be aware of that. And then um know the phone number for emoji service, such as America is 911. um it's not 911 everywhere. It's um Japanese is 111. I want to name a couple, just to name a couple. um Ireland is 112. Apparently anywhere in the European unit is 112. And every country you go to is going to have a different emoji line like 911. So be sure the before you even travel, be sure you write down that number and memorize that number, or if you have a hard time memorizing, put it on speed dial, because you don't know. The thing is, you don't know um what might happen, so you need to be prepared. Um, and then the thing is to know scams are everywhere, so look up the latest scams and look up the area and really find out how they scam people. Pretty much just don't give your money away to anybody unless you're like buying something. Unless you're like having somebody give you something in that moment, do not give your money away. Um, that's pretty much, yeah, and drink responsibly. This means don't get straight up hammered, or at least if you want to get really drunk, get drunk in your hotel room where you're safe and behind a locked door. Don't get drunk, and that's that's what I do. If I want to get drunk, I get drunk at home and it's safe. The thing is with traveling, it's even more um just be safe. One do it 1 2 drinks limits or something like that. And then don't wear flashy jewelry for people think you have money and then they go rob you because um yeah, because they know you got money because you're wearing expensive things. Um on top, just be careful when traveling. Yes, I hope you have a great time traveling. Just be aware. Just be aware of your surroundings and everything, because sketchy stuff can happen anywhere. And sometimes you're more targeted because you're not from there and because you're easier mark. Um, okay. Hope I helped everyone. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share my video and click the bell notification to stay updated. Also, like me on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram as well. I also have a fan page on Facebook and Instagram that I will put in a link to in the space below. Stay tuned. Getting ready to start up my restaurant Tree Cup, where I will be selling local chocolates from different cultures around the globe. I'll also put a link to that one below. I also have a fan mailbox now too, so if you would like to, you can mail me if you want. I would love to hear from you all too, so leave a comment below. You're welcome to ask any questions or suggest a topic as well. Um, I'll see you next Wednesday at 8 a.m. Love you all and have a wonderful day.